Assalamu alaikum. I just watched this video on social media of a young guy who said he was a devout Muslim, and he became Christian. And so I listened to his story, and I really wanted to see, my first thought was he really devout? Was he really knowledgeable about Islam? Because a lot of times I see these Christians who say they are ex-Muslims, but they're slandering Islam. They don't really know anything about Islam, or they're just, completely misinterpreting and mistranslating things from the Quran or from the Hadith. So I wanted to see, what's this guy's story? And he was respectful, and I felt he was sincere. But I want to point something out. The first thing that I noticed, he said he was praying his salah, his 5 prayers a day, and he was praying sunnah as well. And he was fasting Ramadan. And he said he was posting on his social media Islamic topics. So this, according to him, meant that he was a devout Muslim. And maybe he was. I'm not here to question his devotion before. But then he said he got busy. And because of his schedule, he stopped praying Fajr. He stopped waking up for Fajr. And that's when he started doubting Islam and thinking, is this the truth? Should I follow Christianity? He started exploring the Bible more. But I want this to be a reminder to all my Muslim brothers and sisters out there. Don't miss your salah. Don't miss your salah. See, he went on to say that he embraced Christianity. After he embraced Christianity, he said, and I quote, he said, I stopped praying my prayers. I stopped praying everything. And I felt better. So he became a Christian, and he stopped praying completely. Do you know the Bible says pray daily? It says pray without stopping. It says pray often, alone, in secret. It says pray together with other believers. There are so many Bible verses that command you to pray. And whether you're a Christian, a Muslim, a Jew, maybe you're agnostic, whatever your religious belief is, if there is one God, one creator of all humanity, we come from that God. No matter what you believe in, if you pray with a sincere heart and you ask your creator to guide you, he will guide you. But if you stop praying altogether, you have completely disconnected your tie. It's like you've hung up the phone, you've changed your address, and you stopped your connection. If you're doubting Islam, if you're doubting your religion, still put your head to the ground. This is a sign of complete submission. And this is the way Jesus prayed even in the Bible. And this is the way Muslims pray. Even some Orthodox Christians pray this way. So, put your head to the ground in submission. And just ask the Creator to guide you. But whatever you do, don't stop praying. And if you're Muslim and you're missing your salah, figure it out. Really figure it out. There's not an excuse. Working is not an excuse. Having kids is not an excuse. Being a college student is not an excuse. We have to strive to pray our salah. Because if we miss it, we're just opening ourselves to all sorts of other influences. And we're disconnecting from our Creator. I was just clipping the video to go ahead and post it, and I just remembered something else that he said. He said when he read the Bible, he liked the idea of God in the Bible and that he could have a relationship with God. And everything I just talked about is relationship. I mean, the guy started by saying he was a devout Muslim that prayed his 5 prayers. He prayed his sunnah prayers, his extra prayers. He fasted Ramadan. He posted on social media about Islamic topics. He corrected his friends when they were doing something against Islam. This was his idea of being a devout Muslim. But if you were doing these things without realizing that you have a relationship with the Creator, then you were doing these things like without substance, what was your intention? Was his intention to just fulfill a religious practice? Because that's not Islam. And I think that's the problem that a lot of Christians have with understanding Islam. I often hear Christians say, Christianity is not a religion, it's a relationship. And they make it out to be this emotional thing, and that's fine. there is an emotional aspect. There's a major emotional aspect in our religious practices, but they go hand in hand. There's a poem by Khalil Gibran called Reason and Passion. And basically he just talks about, and he's a Christian, by the way, and he talks about how in life, you can't lead your life on passion alone. And you also can't lead it on reason alone. I think he says something like, if you just follow your reason, your logic, like you'll get nowhere. And if you just follow your passion, you'll burn in your own passion. You have to have a balance of both. And that's truly Islam. And this guy's whole video is like a 6-minute video about how he left Islam and he became a Christian. And there was nothing that he said, I found this in the Bible and this, showed me that it was historically accurate, or that the scripture was preserved, or this just made logical sense. Everything that he said was, I felt good. I felt better. I felt free. And this is really a problem that I find with a lot of Christians. I'm not saying all Christians, but a lot of Christians, a big part of Christianity, I find it to be an emotional religion, and people have an emotional attachment to it, and they cannot get over the emotional ideas that they have about God and about Jesus and about the Trinity. And in this guy's situation, I mean, he came from Islam and went to Christianity, but from what I understood, he didn't seem to have any emotional connection with Islam. If he was doing these practices, but he didn't even realize that Islam has a big importance on having a relationship with God. It's all about your niyyah and your intention, and how your intention should be for Allah. Your intention should be for God, not for humanity, not for people, not for fulfilling religious practices. You shouldn't pray for the imam to see you, or the masjid to see you, the mosque to see you. You should pray with your intention for God, and that's it. And that's relationship. So I just wanted to add that.